much, really. But we're going to get this 15-month progress one done in not 50 months. And I forgot about Taiwan again. Please don't break down. They are fairly aggressive. What's that going to be? They'll be there in July, so if they don't break down in the turning of June and July, we'll be safe. Jake, please show the trick again. What? I don't want to. Alright, maybe in a bit. But I'll need another province to convert. Jake, does it double the unrest too? No, it does not. Just makes it go twice as fast. Neat, huh? Alright, Aztec, enough fooling around. Are you coring these provinces or what? Oh, you are. Ah, but not Honduras. There's really no time. You need to core that province right now. Just in case he is drooling to himself, I'm going to reload. Often that kickstarts the AI into doing what they need to do. Jake, is privateering viable? Sometimes. Jake, could you explain the exploit again? I missed it. Hey, could you conquer the world as Ryukyu again? I missed it. We'll do it next time I have a wrong religion province. Ah, hello Bane Williams. How are you doing today? And also, when are you going to be dancing to Butterfly? Because I need to see that. I need it in my life. Look at that. You kickstart their AI and then they suddenly start coring again. Disgusting behavior. We're losing money. That doesn't sound so good. It's because we got you. We don't need you. Let's get someone else that's a bit cheaper. And excellent. We were able to keep this province. Didn't rise up from those monstrous natives. We get it twice. I wonder if I was Catholic, would I get 2 doses of papal influence? So you've been double converted, but rest assured you are still reformed. Were there any natives that I took over a while back? You, for example. I can't convert you cheaply, probably because you're on my home continent. If you're overseas, it would be a different story. Gee, the French colonial nations stomped all over the English, but they're getting swiped by Castilians? Huh. Oh, I see. You have quite a few wars on your hands. Well, France, I'm sure you are more than capable of dealing with that. I'm just going to fight my own separate wars, if you don't mind. Well, you've got quite a few friends. Maybe not you, then. Creek, you fancy westernizing sometime soon? You'd make a great vassal. Sadly not. Jake, double colonist trick to colonize jungle quickly. I highly doubt it. It would be interesting if it did work. Heck, it would be very interesting. Now, if I fight you, we're also bringing in the Iroquois, Powhatan, and Mixtec. Not really keen on fighting the Iroquois right now. Get those relations up. Jake, do you think the current level of power projection is good? It seems to be really hard to get it up to 50 without having naval strength. It was always hard to get it really high without naval strength. It really encourages you to screw over the enemy by supporting rebels. But because that's based on your own income, it can be disastrous for your financial situation. So Honduras will be done eventually, but I'm thinking we don't want our fervor on right now. We'll keep it on for a short while. It's a good day to be Chavs. If I really wanted more, what am I even trying to say here? Ooh, animist. You're all part of the same charter now. 2 important centers of trade in one area. What I was going to be saying was, if I really wanted to get more merchants, I could start setting up trade companies around here. But they've all changed. And I'm not really wanting to stick my fingers into India just yet. Although Makassar is an ideal province. Now it's animist, it's much easier to convert. Convert to your religion, I mean. That said, if I got these 2 provinces, that would be an easy extra merchant. But we're not doing very well with our merchants anyway. We're barely making any trade income. Our trade capital is in Chesapeake Bay, where we have very little say in the matter. Doesn't help that we're being pirated into oblivion, probably by Portugal. And the only way we're going to change that is if we remove all of Portugal's provinces around here, including the Caribbean. That would be expensive for us to core. Very expensive indeed. Also, you can go away. You were awful. You are kind of young though, but still, we'll get rid of you. Our new guy, the same age. Jake, do you think the colour... No, already went over that one. Jake, insult for more PP. I have to wait until the other one is gone. And there's little I can do about this. I suppose I could privateer somewhere where England, Portugal and Castile all have a bit of a say. And that I can do if I can find my one light ship. Here you are. Stop doing that and start privateering the Caribbean. Look at that, 3 power projection for that. And we can also increase it by embargoing you. Let's try to keep it above 50. We'll send one to Castile and England as well, as and when we can. Jake, is there any possibility to keep up with Siberian cultures and not playing as colonial nation as you did? Of course there is. These Manchurian tribes here are divided and fairly weak. You could take them over and use that as a power base. You'd probably want to flip to Confucian or Buddhist. They're crap religions, but they're better than shamanist. Any religion is better than being pagan. Pagan is worthless. Pagan is scum in this game now. Which kind of breaks my heart, because, you know, they were an unusual flavour to play as. And then suddenly Paradox goes, no, nobody's allowed to do well as pagans. We're going to give them no flavour, no bonuses, nothing. And everybody can have a CB on you. Which I don't really agree with. Succession war against Castile. Over who? Naples, huh? Why would you call me in now? That's a lot of people that I don't want to get involved with right at this second. Mind you, I could declare my own separate war, but that would probably cause a fair few issues. Oh, also, there's New Portugal with a lot better men than I have. I could say no, but you would hate me. You would really hate me. was it started? Don't think it even says. Alright, well, a good rule of thumb is when was Aragon occupied and tracked 1 year from it. Okay, so it's been going on for at least 3 years or so. Still, I don't want to get involved with that. I'd have to fight Portuguese in Mexico. Or rather, the Aztec would, and the Aztec would get flattened whilst they're trying to do stuff for me. You know what, France, you fight your own bloody wars. I'll re-ally you if you really want. But not before I embargo England. No, we have a truce. Dishonoured call to arms against Castile 0. +1 yearly. Interesting. Oh, okay, there we go. That didn't give me any power projection, Malice. It was over Naples, that succession war. Now, if I re-ally you, you're going to call me into that war again, aren't you? Jake Privateer Sevilla for double PP. Probably would be able to since I have Galicia there. We'll see if it works like that. Where is my light ship? It's over here taking tremendous attrition. Sevilla. Wouldn't you know it? That one ship gives me a fairly large amount for privateering against Portugal. Well, when we eventually tech up and dip, which can be right now, and we get some Carvels on the go. $12 should be fine. We can privateer them into oblivion. It's not exactly going to be oblivion with 12 ships, but it'll be better than nothing. Jake, they called you in now because our other 2 wars ended, and you'd no longer have the called into multiple wars malice. Probably should have declared my own war so that they wouldn't do that to me. Well, can't have everything. I see the Creek probably can't westernize because they're not behind enough. 14, 13, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, they're plenty behind. They have positive stability. I just wonder why they're not westernizing. For what reason? Maybe they just don't want to. That's good news. Good news all around. Jake, when did your flag change from having white on the right side to having blue on it? Oh dear. Oh dear. No, I need that. And my boats are down here. Everything else is done, but we need to save Honduras before they manage to take it down below, well, down to 7% would be the tick, so I just need it to survive a few months. Just a few months, he says. Jeez, let's save some time and pick up these guys. Great King useless. Right, supply shortage, that's just enough to stop them from, well, stopping. Alright, this is fairly suicidal, but it's just in an attempt to keep that core from going. When the siege reaches a certain progress, the AI stops trying to core it, because they want to save their admin points. So I'm keeping that battle going, just so we can potentially save the day, and save those monarch points. There we go. And the other provinces are going to be a pain though. The AI really needs to learn how to use lower autonomy on newly conquered provinces. It would be higher autonomy for lower revolt risk. Oh, he's so close to having finished that. I can't bear to see it pop. Your reign of terror ends here, Scotland. I am having this province at the very least. Four, 3-1 general. Thanks, game. I gotta save that missionary. The AI doesn't know how to use double missionaries. The fool. Right, Lanap has only 1,000, so 1,000 can take care of it. Oh wow, we won. The missionary continues to do his work. God's work. Jake, at what point does a game does fire become more valuable than shock? When, see this infantry fire, when that becomes 1.1, then I would say fire is more important. The thing about fire is it's the first phase, and that's a very important thing to note. Get to work. I know it's jungle again, but we must do what we gotta do. Jake, have you ever done a star playthrough? Whatever do you mean? There's no need to swear on this channel. 622. Where are they getting these generals? Another 442. Right, we are really losing out in power projection here. Did we lose our one light ship? I think we did, because all it says we have our 9. Oh, no, he must be there somewhere. There he is. What's he doing? Privateers against Castile +6. But whoa, what? I must have missed something there. What happened to Portugal? Is that the rare event? So July this year, Castile just consumed Portugal. France, Oirat and Tunis are my other rival choices. Yeah, okay. And now you're a colony of Castile. In fact, it's going to be a real pain fighting Castile. But if I released Portugal, then I'd have a lot of land that I could chomp out of you, Castile. So tell me, are there any Portuguese cores kicking around? Probably not ones that I could easily get to. Best bet would probably be taking Azores, but oh my god. And that fired whilst they were at war? Well, that puts the steel in Castile. What are the triggers for that? Because that's obscene. Well, looks like we're going to have to solidify our relationship with France then. And we're going to need to find ourselves a new rival. France, Oirat, or Tunis. We're not really going to get involved with Oirat. There's no way we want to rival France, so that really only leaves one option. Hey, Tunis, we don't like you. Enjoy your embargo. We're almost finished with our ships as well, so we can carry on in that sense. Jeez, that's terrifying. So when you look at Castile's overseas holdings, we're going to deal with Portuguese Mexico, all the Caribbeans, New Portugal, and a little bit of Canada. Castile needs some Berberi Western Eskimo love. Well, at least it means I have only one target to deal with when I want to make Siberian Iberia. Alright. Combine together and privateer Sevilla to hell and back. Between 1550 and 1650, Portugal is suffering from a regency council in Castile as a royal marriage and 100 or better relations. There is a chance for the event the Portuguese crown to fire, allowing the player to inherit or vassalize Portugal. Great. It's not great. It's not great at all. That only gives me 10 for privateering against Castile, so I don't think I need all that. Perhaps the rest of you could privateer, I don't know. That's not Safi, is it? Ah, you do trade in Safi. Do you have much holdings in Safi? No, Castile have almost all of it. Tunis, what do you have a holding in? Even in Tunis, your power is laughable, because Castile has a huge amount from propagation. That I never liked this propagation mechanic when it came into play. And now it's kicking my ass. Alright, can we even do Tunis? Seems we cannot. Let's try Safi then. Here we get a little bit. The alternative is to try and privateer something England can do. Do we have the range for the North Sea? English Channel, I suppose it is. We do. That's pretty good. It's pretty damn good. On top of that, where's our current one? Is that privateer of ours? Navies? What are you doing? Oh, I see. You took attrition, so instead of going to Galicia to repair, you decided to sail all the way back to Chavs. Okay. Well, whilst you're thinking of doing that, you're doing Safi, you're doing the English Channel, you do Sevilla. But again, you're going to change your mind and go and get repaired, right? I just don't know anymore. Oh, right, he's decided to go for Galicia. Well, as long as it gives me power projection, I don't need to understand what my guys are doing. Jake, who is Castile's PU? It's Naples. We've been over this many times. Naples is a lesser partner in the Castilian Union. That's what this whole war business is about. We're going to need to get our military power up to scratch. Or military technology, rather. We can colonize till the cows come home, but we still need a bit of bite to our men. Alright, thank goodness they're almost finished with Honduras, because we're almost done with our integration. Oh, and then we're going to have some new issues. Like, what in the world do we do? Getting Scotland on our side against England would certainly be a big boom. And what in the world? That's a new one? Was that always there? No, I played Scotland before. That was never there. Broken statue in Fife. I haven't spent much time in Dundee, so couldn't tell you. Well, one thing I do fancy doing is stopping this encroaching new Norway. Jake, that's the centre of Reformation. Ah, thank you. Of course it is. Ah, they converted London back. It's a pain. It's going to be tricky for me to convert. Well, good job, England, because that couldn't have been easy. And Meath is Meath's getting changed. Thank goodness for that. Bros for life, Scotland. Oh, one thing about our navies, I need to tell them to return home when at war. Otherwise, they're just going to get trashed. They'll probably get trashed anyway, since they're not very good at returning home. That's a 1, a 2, and a 3. It's not like we're having them around for their income. Has anyone had the numbers in a battle bug if you quit and reload during a mid-battle? Yeah, that's been around since the game came out. It's especially hilarious when it shows up in your country's history files. Right, let's focus on stability. Let's get the Aztec finally integrated into our country. It's going to take a while for the autonomy to go down, but not as long as you may think. Jake, why worry? Throw out England as a vassal and let them convert. Nah, I'll do it myself. I have plenty of conversion strength. Especially if we can use two missionaries at the same time. I find it strange that France hasn't tried to integrate Norway. You'd figure they want to do that as soon as possible, but maybe it's because they're stuck in this horrible war for a while. But goddamn, dealing with all these colonial nations of theirs. About to disregard these natives, but why would they think that's a decent prize plus 2 growth per year?